The other day, my mother, you know, she was cleaning the house. She said, Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. It's your guy, D to the A to the R to the N, bars. And you're back with another episode of The Bars Report. That's right, my friend, The Bars Report. The Bars Report. The Bars Report. The Bars Report. Anyway, so we're back with another episode. And today, we're going to be talking about Freeway got this new joint with Beanie Sigel, Raekwon the Chef, and Ghostface Killah. And maybe even Lil Tunechi. We're going to be talking about this, new music, all this and more today on The Bars Report. Alright, so, look, man, I'm just going to tell y'all what this means to hip-hop. If we're talking duos in hip-hop, people that really made a statement, when two artists come together and it just makes such an impact that it touches your soul, it gets you hype when you see, like, you'll pay money to see them live. Like, they're good individually, don't get me wrong, but when the two of them come together, you almost get mad when you see them apart. Like the likes of 8 Ball and MJG, Pimp C, RP Pimp C, and with UGK and Bun B. You know, but when it comes down to Raekwon, the Chef, and Ghostface Killah, Lord, two people ain't never sounded so good. That's all I'm saying. Almost like Mr. Porter and Swifty McVeigh from D12. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Shout out D12. Yeah, I said it. RP Proof. Shout out Slim Shady. You know what it is. Let's go. Shout out Outsiders. Y'all know. And yeah, it's real, man. So now we got Ghostface Killah, right? And Raekwon the Chef. Those two forces with Beanie Sigel and Freeway. I don't know what year you grew up, or what era in hip hop you came in, but if you're on this channel, I guarantee you came into hip hop at some point in your life. And if you came into hip hop around the time when I came into hip hop, this wasn't around the time I came into hip hop. It's like a little further up. Like this is around like 2003, 2004 when Rockefeller was off the chain. Couldn't say nothing about Jay-Z. The way people look at Wayne, Future, people was looking at Jay, Beanie Sigel, Memphis Bleak, Freeway, State Property. That was the what? Yes. And they had clicks too, you know what I'm saying? Like Owen Sparks, you know what I mean? Like that was they had their own little unit, you know what I mean? But now Beanie Sigel and Freeway, and I got when it takes the right. Come on, bro. I miss the hood when I'm traveling. No, I don't want to get I don't want to get no copyright infringements and nothing like that. I don't want to make YouTube mad at me and mess up my algorithm. But I will say, you're talking about some of the best duos that have ever done it, and they're finally going to collab together. I'm going to say this much. I'm going to go as far as to say this much. If Lil Wayne gets on the record, Juvenile got to do the hook. Yeah, I said it. Juvenile got to do the hook. Juvenile and Wayne, they got them. Bing, bang, boom, boom. Juvenile does a dope hook. People be sleeping on Juvenile's lyrical skills too. Juvenile, back that thing up, was probably the most lyrical song, the most lyrical twerking song you've ever heard in your life. If you go through the bars when you get a chance. Spazzing throughout the whole thing. Shout out Juvenile. Shout out Cash Money, man. I was thinking about how many hits like Cash Money has really has, like generations upon generations. Like, yo, they've been getting it since before the 99 and the 2000. You heard? All the way up until now. Drake, Nicki, Wayne, all that, man. Like, that's crazy. That's all wild to me. But I'm anxious to see who else is gonna get on the record. Speaking of Lil Wayne's working on the Carter 6 and jokes about making the Carter 26. I guess homeboy thinks he's going to be going for so long and so old that he's going to just keep making them and making them and making them. Or he has that much recorded in the studio. Checking in with Wayne. Wayne says, I'm in the studio as usual. He says, just finished working on a couple features. I would tell you who it is, but you know I wouldn't do that. I'd F it up. So shout out to those artists. And I'm working on the Carter 6. I just want y'all to know that. I just haven't finished. That's what's up. So Weezy back outside with it too. About time, Weezy. About time. We're waiting on that. Feature game is crazy. I'm looking forward to an album from Lil Wayne. Let me know in the comments. Are y'all looking forward to this? Are y'all looking forward to this collaboration between Freeway, Beanie Sigel, GhostFace Killer, and Raekwon the Chef, and possibly Lil Wayne? And if they do that, it better get Juvenile. Let me know in the comments. Dr. Dre hits the studio with DJ Mustard. Not a lot's been said about this situation. They ain't talking about what they've been working on, but Dr. Dre's been working on that Missionary album with Snoop Dogg, and I'm all about that life. Y'all know how I feel about Death Row, that whole movement, Dr. Dre, that whole West Coast sound. All I'm saying is, if Mustard ain't never sat next to Dr. Dre, after producing Not Like Us, with the inspiration of Dr. Dre and Lil Jon coming together in the studio, that was his motivation. That was Mustard's motivation for making it. That earned you a seat at the table, my boy. Now that's how you earn a seat at the table. Not Like Us, that beat is crazy. The other day, my mother, you know, she was cleaning the house. She said, Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. The way my head snapped. And we was jamming. Then you know, started playing them old blues records, and I had to go. I had to go after that. Couldn't do it. Yeah, Doggy Style. This is gonna be the first album that Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg have worked on since Doggy Style. So it's only right that it's called Missionary. Snoop Dogg was just at the Olympics. He just shut that down. They just did the Super Bowl a couple years ago. So Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg are pretty much at the top of their game. If that was gonna be a time to drop an album, now would be the time. And who not better to do it than the person that you came into the game with. So shout out Dr. Dre, shout out Snoop Dogg, shout out Death Row. And lastly, speaking of new music, so 50 Cent, he had a lot to say. 50 had a lot to say in this whole propaganda of this in this interview they did with $1 Million Worth of Game. He ruffled a lot of feathers. Got Dame Dash mad at him. And now we got Designer mad at him. See, originally, when Designer first got on with that song Panda, 50 Cent took a meeting with him because, you know, he's a hot new artist. 50 Cent was looking for hot new artists to work with. So they're in the office and they're listening to Panda. And he's like, then 50 Cent's like, all right, what else you got? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, that's the only record you got? He was like, yeah. Like, what do you mean? It's like, you know, the record blew up so fast and so quick. Homeboy lost focus of what was important. It was like, yo, I got this record. I got this record. You know what I mean? You got all these girls in your face. You got all these people in your face trying to offer you money and deals and all this type of stuff. You know, you lose your mind and forget what got you there in the first place. You know, as an artist, I've had my bumps and bruises. And like, you know, we all wish we could have been like that child star, like that, the little Bow Wows of the generations. But I would have lost my damn mind. I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have the experiences. I wouldn't have the humble experiences that I have today that I put behind the music to make the hits, to make the songs that I've made today. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be a part of me if I just would have started. If I would have started and stopped here, none of this other stuff would have taken place. Or it would have, but it just would have went in a different direction. Who knows? I could have been a one-hit wonder them and out. At least now I know if I ever sat down with somebody like 50 Cent, I'm going to have more than one song. Dummy. But anyway, shout out to Designer. You know what I'm saying? One song is all you need. Don't let nobody clown you with one song. One song will change your life. One song will change your life. People be like, oh, I don't like that artist. He only got one song. How many songs you got? Keep it real. One song will take you far. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise. Shout out Coolio. He had more than that, but I'm just saying, like that one song alone, he had it. And if you're fortunate enough, like an artist like Eminem or a Drake or like a 50 Cent, you have multiple one songs. You have a catalog of those one songs that anybody would trade a limb for. And that's real. That's real. But you know what it is, man? It's your guy. D to the A to the R to the N. Escape
global music. What are you escaping from?